welcome to the Remedy Fibers podcast, a podcast about knitting and crochet hosted by me, Jillian. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returner, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Today, I love this so much I knit it twice. I'm going to take you through some patterns that I'm going to be making and that I have made more than once because I just loved it so much, so stay tuned. But if you're new here, I live in Northern California with my husband and dog Benny. I love everything yarn related and I hope you stay for my yarn journey. So today I'm working on my ranunculus. I thought I'll be done ready for today, but I'm still working on my sleeve because this was such a hard week. And I'm sending big hugs and love to everyone who's watching. I'm sure that everyone is going through a lot, either personally or in the world. So I'm sending big hugs your way just because it's been a heavy week, not only personally, but also with everything happening in the news. So hopefully this episode brings you some cheer to brighten up your day. So I love this so much. I am going to be casting on a second ranunculus, and believe it or not, I don't like to knit patterns that are very hyped up or it's trending. That's something that kind of turns me away from the pattern. But I jumped on the ranunculus train and I'm so happy that I did. Not only was this such a fast pattern to knit with, but there's a tutorial. Well, it's not really a tutorial, it's a YouTuber who breaks down the pattern piece by piece. She doesn't share specific stitches or counts in that way because it is a paid for pattern, but it's Sun Dragon Tricks and Tips, I think. If not, I will put the name down below so you can go to her channel. If you're thinking about making the ranunculus and you're a little bit intimidated by it, the instructions can be a little bit challenging, but the video tutorial got me through the entire sweater. So let me take a pause on knitting it so you can see where I'm at. The cool thing about the ranunculus is you can use any weight of yarn. So I'm using fingering weight yarn and I chose the smallest size because I think there's a lot of positive ease built in the sweater. So this is how the sweater is coming out. I finished one sleeve and it kind of has a balloon effect look, and then this is my second sleeve that I'm working on. The only downside to this is it is see-through, so I'm gonna have to wear a tank top to wear this out and about, but I can try it on for you. And the fabric is very delicate. I have to be careful that my rings don't get stuck in this. I hate when I'm wearing rings and I pull a stitch. So this is how my ranunculus is turning out. It is a bit shorter on the wrist, but I expect with blocking it will go down a little bit. But I love it. I love the fit. So this yarn I picked up when I visited Spain a few months back. The yarn is local to the area and the region, and it is called La Madrilana. And I picked this pattern because I originally was going to make something completely different, but when I searched on Ravelry to see what other creators made with this type of yarn, I found someone made the ranunculus and I wanted one just like theirs. So I'm so ecstatic with it. I can see this in a short sleeve version. I can see this even on an elbow sleeve or bracelet sleeve. I can see this in all types of variations, and what was so fun was most definitely the yoke part of it. So I want to make this again, but I'm having a hard time as to what yarn I want to choose next for it. So these are my two options. This is yarn that I just picked up last weekend and it's called Archaic Fibers, and I love the color. I love the tweed. It is BFL, so if I'm going to wear this season, I'm going to have to cast this on soon because it's already getting warm. Today was a high of 60 degrees where I'm at. And then this is Tencel. So this is from Terrapin Fiberworks. And I had this for quite some time, but I feel like it is very similar to pink and I kind of want to diversify my next project in regards to the color. So this is Tencel. I think it will have a great drape and you can probably see the yoke a lot better. But I'm not quite sure. Comment down below which one you think should be a ranunculus. So yeah, this is the ranunculus. I definitely think this is something that you can do alongside with those video tutorials. That's what helped get me through this pattern. But I'm going to continue to knit on this for this video and show you what else I knit more than once. So the next piece that I knit more than once, I actually made this, I want to say 4 times, is the My Boy Lollipop by Nancy Ricci. This is a DK weight sweater and I think it knits up very fast. I think the fastest I've made this sweater may have been just a few days. But it's a t-shirt style, you can definitely modify it. One has more ribbing that I'm going to show you, one has less ribbing. You can knit as long as you need. It is a larger needle size, so I think that it helps speed up the process. But I love wearing this because it's cotton. The one that I'm wearing right now is cotton. It's from Terrapin Fiberworks and she's actually having a pre-order sale right now up until January 31st. And I thought about getting some yarn, but I still have not knit with the 2 skeins that I purchased last time. I have some plans for it, but it just wasn't in season. It was starting to get cold by the time that I got those skeins. So I do plan on working with those in the future, but this one is 100% cotton and I just love purple, so this is my favorite go-to to put on. And then next up, this is a blend, summer blend. I can't remember the yarn that I used, but this is also the My Boy Lollipop. It has more ribbing and I modified it that way. And I said if I was to do this again, I would cut back on the ribbing. I wouldn't have as much ribbing for this. The only modification that I did do with the one that I'm wearing is after I finished the piece, it was a little bit loose in the neck part, so I used a crochet hook to cinch up the back and it's a perfect fit for me. I also washed and dried this in the washer and dryer, and sadly it did shrink a little bit with length, so it's a little bit on the cropped version, but you know, nothing that high-waisted jeans can't fix. But this is my go-to. I wore this all day today. The next pattern that I loved so much I knit twice is the Summer Sorrel by Wool & Pine Designs. I've talked about this sweater so much, and I think that I even would want to make the version Spring Sorrel. They have a Spring Sorrel, and I said, what is the difference between these patterns? They look exactly alike. I think the Spring Sorrel is more fitted and a little bit more cropped. This one that I have has more positive ease. So the first one that I made was yarn that I picked up from Stitches West last year. Stitches West is coming up. Will you be there? I think I am going to be there this year. But this is yarn that I picked up from Seismic Yarn. It's a dye company located in San Francisco. And I really love the colors in this. At first, I thought it was a little bit too neutral for my liking. But I recently wore this with jeans this week and some cute little booties. So cute. So cute. So this is the first one. I did struggle a little bit with this pattern element, but Wool & Pine Designs, once you purchase the pattern, does have a video tutorial and walks you through how to do this. I did struggle with the short rolls, but there is a video tutorial once you purchase the pattern as well. And I knit the sleeves too short so they kind of curl up on themselves. But other than that, I love this too. I wear it a lot. The next Summer Sorrel is yarn that I picked up from North Carolina, La Jolla yarn, and of course purple is my color, and because I knit this a second time, I felt more familiar with the pattern, so I definitely knit the sleeves a lot longer as well as this ribbing so it didn't fold up on itself. I struggled a little bit with the pattern element again just because I got distracted and messed up a few times. But other than that, I love the positive ease and the drape in this, and I wouldn't be surprised if I knit this a third time. Both of these sweaters are fingering weight yarn, so the reason why I like to knit a pattern more than once is one, you get your money's worth because patterns can be expensive, and two, but if I'm in a yarn festival or a new yarn shop, I know that 2 skeins of fingering weight will help me get a Summer Sorrel for my size, and the same case for the top that I'm wearing. I know that 2 or 3 skeins of DK weight will get me another My Boy Lollipop. So the next up, I have a video on this. This is the Trilo tee by Sachiko Burgin. I have made it once, but I loved it so much I recently purchased yarn to make a second one. So let me show you it now. So this is my Trilo tee by Sachiko Burgin, and I just in love with it. It's so thin, so lightweight. It is definitely warm, and there are some things after making it once that I would want to modify for the second go around, but I love the positive ease in it. When I was knitting garments pretty much for the first time last year, I wanted everything to be cinched and fitted, and with a lot of the things that I made, you kind of see that trend. But for some reason this year, I want more positive ease. I want more room to just be more comfy as lounge pieces, and this one definitely fits the bill. So I love this so much, I'm going to make it again, and if you want to see my review on this sweater, I'll link the video above so you can see a more in-depth view of what I thought about this pattern and what other knitters thought about it. But recently, Chelsea Luxe definitely had a sale that I needed to grab my hands on, and so I purchased some mohair yarn in these colors. Isn't it so fabulous? It's so fabulous. I can't stop staring at it, and for a week it was in the plastic. I didn't want to touch it or take it out, but it's so cute. And you know, I need a sale. I need that discount. So this is Chelsea Luxe, dyed in Red Bank, New Jersey. Okay, this is the wrong label. That's alright. We're gonna move on. This is 72% kid mohair and 28% silk, and the colorway is called Red Bank. But I can't imagine how this will look actually knitted up, because even though there's a lot of neutrals, there are a lot of neon vibrant colors in here. And if you watch the knit and crochet goals, I definitely want to have more vibrant and colorful makes this year. So let me know what you think about this. I can't wait to see this turn into this. So the next part of this podcast will kind of be just a knit and chat, where we kind of just talk about some updates, things that are going on, as well as fiber updates. So next month, no, actually in 2 months, Stitches West is coming nearby to the Sacramento area from March 2nd to the 5th. Tickets are already on sale, classes are already filling up, and I'm definitely going to be in that marketplace buying yarn. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to buy no yarn. Yes, I'm going to buy some yarn. And I'm focusing on bright colors, but more plant-based, just because I do live in a hot place. I need to be wearing my knits year-round. And I'm excited. I'm going to go with some of my co-workers and do all the shopping. I also started a local knit and crochet club near me, and so far we have 16 members in the group. But last week our first person showed up, and tomorrow another person is showing up. So I'm just trying to do all the yarn things with all the yarn people. It's nice to have a YouTube channel and talk with all of you in the comments, but sometimes you need human interaction. So I would definitely say check out Ravelry for any local groups to you. I know that we are still taking precautions when it comes to COVID, but I think that if we are out and about and we can still wear masks or not wear masks, sometimes it's nice to be in the same space with others who share the same creativity and passion for our craft that we do. But that's all that I have for this week. Let me know in the comments below what you're working on, what's on your knitting needles or crochet hooks, as well as which one should I pick for my next ranunculus, the purple variegated or the yellow tweed from Archaic Fibers. And also, I just want to end this video reminding you all to take time for yourself. It's been a heavy start of the year, but I just want to make sure that you all know that you're important. Give yourself as much self-love as possible and surround yourself with family and friends. But thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you and your family are happy, healthy, and safe. Hope to talk to you next week, and take care. Bye.